What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Got my little coffee. So, how I maintain 8% body fat year round. Now, I just want to quickly disclose, this isn't recommended unless you're comfy living the lifestyle that I'll discuss in this video. It's way healthier to have 10 to 15% body fat if you're a man, and 15 to 20% body fat if you're a woman. So as I mentioned in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to maintain 8% body fat year round. And this is me currently, with actually a little bit less than that, maybe around about 5% body fat. And I've maintained it for around about the past year.
Babe, wake up. Lanny dropped another one.
So what is body fat percentage and how does it work? So body fat percentage is the percentage of fat that makes up your entire body. So it's not just like, oh, I have 20% body fat in this area. All of the mass of your body is calculated, and then what percentage of the mass of your body is purely fat, and that is your body fat percentage. So say, for example, 20% body fat means 20% of my entire mass is fat. 5% body fat means 5% of my entire mass is fat. So now that we've got that cleared, the next part is it's a spread of fat around your body. So every single place in your body. So when we're talking about reducing or increasing your body fat, it's not spot reducing. You can't spot reduce fat, that's a myth. Reducing your body fat reduces fat in all of these areas. So therefore, in the areas where you might want there to be a little bit more fat, I don't know, if you're a woman, they might like a bit more fat in certain areas. You can't spot reduce, so it'll make it very, very difficult. Now, I want to quickly explain to you the order in which your anatomy goes, because it's very important for understanding things. Because a lot of people are just like, oh, I just want my veins to show, I just want my muscle to pop out a bit more, and they don't really understand the order of your anatomy. So what I'm saying doesn't make sense, but let me explain. So it goes from your bone to then your muscle slash flesh, so your bone is directly connected to your muscle, and then you have your fat on top of your muscle, and then your skin, and your veins are in between your muscle slash flesh and your fat. So therefore your fat can like cover up your veins, and getting leaner will show more of your veins. If you look more toned and more vascular, then more veins, but there will be a little bit less muscle. So I want to explain another thing about abs. Abs are only shown when you have a lot less body fat. So you could have like the strongest core, the best abs in the world, and you like train them every single day, but your abs aren't going to show unless you actually have a lower body fat percentage. So for men, that's around about 15, 17 body fat percentage. I don't know what it is for women specifically. Now, mine have always been very defined because I've always had a very, very low body fat percentage. So you want to work on making sure that if you're training your abs and you want them to show, yeah, do the work and train, but also make sure your diet is on point to where you're making sure that you're losing body fat, because then you can get your abs to show and make them stay there. Because a lot of people then get their abs and then they start eating tons of junk, and then boom, your abs are gone. You want to maintain having your abs then. Now the next part is bloating. So drinking a lot of water can make you bloat a lot more. And bloating is essentially like, it's not fat, but it just makes your skin look pudgy, if that makes sense. So right now I've just woken up and I had a cup of water and that's it. So I'll look very sharp, my jawline's a bit more defined under my beard, my cheekbones are a bit more defined and all of that. But if I was bloated right now and I drank a lot of water, then I wouldn't be as vascular, my jawline would be a little bit, like, I'd just look a bit more puffy. So that's something to keep in mind when you're considering all of these sorts of things, like about body fat and, oh, I want my veins to show, I want my abs to show. And finally, sodium. Sodium is actually the opposite, and it can help with your vascularity, and it can help like not slim you down, but like get rid of that bloating, de-bloat, because when you hydrate, water is nothing without the electrolytes, and sodium is an electrolyte. So having that sodium within you will help you de-bloat, and then it also makes you incredibly vascular. Like when you're on electrolytes, or when you've had like sodium, and you decide to like try and pop your veins, all your veins pop at that time. It's so funny. I'll show you some pictures or some videos when I've done that, and my veins just like popping out of my body. It's crazy. Now, to actually get into it, so what I recommend you should do is lean bulk when you are training. So lean bulking isn't in bulking in the traditional sense of, oh, I'm just going to gain fat, I'm going to gain tons of fat, and then I'm going to cut, and I'm going to shed off all that body fat, and then maybe I can see my good body. No, lean bulking is, I just want to gain muscle. I don't really care if I gain a little bit of fat, or like, obviously you don't want to gain too much fat, but if you gain a tiny bit, it's not that bad, because as you grow bigger, the fat will spread thinner across your body. So you might need a little bit more to just look a little bit healthier. But lean bulking is literally just, I want to gain muscle mass, I want to gain muscle mass, I want to gain muscle mass. And each time you're just adding size to your muscles, and that's it. Now, it's a lot more of a slower process, but over time, it'll work out more beneficial for you. And you'll end up looking a lot more leaner, you'll have a lot less body fat percentage, and it's much more easier to burn fat when you're lean bulking. Now, the next point that I have is you need lots and lots of training. It needs to be hard, consistent training. This is the type of training which will literally make your face be like, ugh, while you're trying to lift a weight, right? You want to make sure that like you're actually struggling, and at the same time you want to be consistent with it. You want to make sure you're going every day, or if not every day, every single day that you've planned in your routine to go, hit every single one of those days. Make it a priority. Literally say to people, they invite you out, nah, I've actually got to hit the gym at that time. Maybe later on in the day, mum's like, where are you going? Mum, going to the gym. No, you can't go. No, I'm going to the gym. The amount of times I had to say that to my parents, like my dad, he would always be like, "Oh, I have this thing for you to do in the morning, and this and this." I'm like, "No, I have to go to the gym." He's like, "You don't have to go." I'm like, "No, I do have to go." He's like, "No, you don't have to." I'm like, "Yes, I do. I'm going to the gym." And what did I do? I went to the gym, and directly saying stuff like that has allowed me to build the physique that I have today. Because if I didn't say those things, and I didn't have that mindset when I was training, or have that mindset with the gym, I wouldn't have been as disciplined. I made it a priority and was like, no, I'm going, no, I'm going, no, I'm going. I made it as if my life depended on it. And to a sense, yeah, it does. So make it a priority. Make it a thing where you're like, no, I'm going to the gym. Cancel plans, reorganize things, say no, just so you can go to the gym and train. And make sure it's hard training. Make sure the session is worth it. Don't just cancel on stuff for no reason. Canceling will give you more of that thing of like, okay, no, I need to make this session worth it. Now, in terms of what you're eating, you want to mainly focus on getting high protein and high quality fats, or healthy fats. So a lot of protein will help you just obviously build your muscle. Protein can actually help with the brain as well, newer studies have found. And fats, you may be thinking, but we're trying to lose fat. We're trying to maintain 8% body fat. What about what are you saying? Eating fats. That's why I said healthy, high quality fats. Stuff like avocado oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, lard, tallow. All of these sorts of fats are very, very healthy for you, and they're actually direct energy sources for your body. They come into your body and get used instantly when you're in the gym or something. When you're exerting a lot of energy, boom, all the fat gets used up. So therefore, it's very, very unlikely that it'll get stored in your body unless you're literally not doing any sort of physical activity. But if you're going to the gym, obviously you're going to be doing physical activity. Obviously you're going to be training. So make sure you're eating high quality fats. Things like PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, that is your vegetable oil or sunflower oil, all of that sort of stuff, or any seed oil, anything that has seed oil in it, you want to avoid, because those specifically have a lot of health problems with them, and those are the worst type of fats that can actually increase your bad cholesterol and this and that. Like all of the things that you've heard that are bad about fats, they're all specifically um, talking about PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids. So you want to avoid those fats, and you want to have these healthy fats. There have been times where, bro, I drown my eggs in olive oil. I drown my egg. Like, I put so much oil, and people always tell me, bro, why are you putting so much oil? That's so unhealthy. But then look at me. I'm not fat. I'm not like. It doesn't look like I practically drink oil. And that's why, because I manage it in such a good way, and this is the way that I manage it. Now, finally, two last points. You want to make sure you're having less carbs, because carbs tend to store fat that is difficult to burn on your body. Fat, carbs, and sugars specifically, they store fat on your body that's so difficult to burn. And you can have a bit here and there, like before and after your workout. But other than that, don't make it a staple in your diet of like, I need to get carbs, I need to get carbs, I need to get carbs in. Because then you end up building this much more of a bloated and blobby physique. You don't want that. We're talking about getting that lean, 8% body fat year round, all of that. And finally, whole natural foods. You want healthy foods. You don't want to be eating shit, otherwise your body will look like shit. You want to eat healthy, natural foods, things that like if you can eat steak or beef, grass-fed steak. Make sure you're getting the right type of eggs, like pasture raised or like they're on the field. Make sure all of that. Um, just make sure getting your food from the most high quality sources. If you're having olive oil, like I said, get it in a glass bottle rather than a plastic see-through one, because those ones are a lot less high quality, and obviously plastic is bad for you for certain reasons, blah blah blah. It's quite funny. The quality of the packaging tells you a lot about the quality of the product itself. And yeah, that's the entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and good luck for trying to maintain 8% body fat year round. It is quite difficult, especially staying disciplined with this diet, with this training, and it has been quite a journey for me, but I'm sure you can do it, and it is a pretty nice reward to just like constantly have abs, constantly flex, just have veins showing, and just casually be chilling there, and your veins just showing on a random Saturday evening. And people would be like, "Whoa, you're so vascular," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." So yeah, good luck with this. I'll catch you guys in the next one.